Okay, Abby, we're back, and we have something to talk about. We're looking at what number is this on the notes? 17, thank you. Number 17, negative 2 times 30. I like what you're saying, Zach, because you're saying negative 2 times 30, what his mind is actually doing, if I may, is you're saying, look at 2 times 30. I know that is 60. So if I have a negative attached to one of the numbers, the result has to be the same in number, but the opposite in sign. I like that an awful lot. That ties back to this kind of intuitive, conversational opposite. Joshua, please!
You can also bring it back to the mirror.
Oh, yes we can! Opposite of that. Tell me the mirror again. Give me more of the mirror analogy. I love that.
It's a reflection of the...
It's a reflection of the original. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like this. Let me talk through this earlier. I think it's going to come in handy. Negative numbers, yes, are on the left side of the number line, but as Joshua just reiterated, they're also a mirrored flip. They're also a mirrored flip. We're going to come back. I think that's going to come in handy, I do believe. Okay, good. Let's keep going. This is good. How about 125 times negative 8?
Negative 1,000.
We got to vote for negative 1,000. Sarah agrees. Jade agrees. We got a thumbs up from Layla. We were good with this. We were good with negative 1,000. I like it. And Joe, how'd you do it? Just out of curiosity.
Multiplies and add the negative.
I love it. It's the opposite again, yeah? 8 times 125 is 1,000, so negative 8 must be the opposite of that. I like it. Coming in, it's a good series of statements. Okay, good. Now, as far as when these come in more conventional, because Annie, I love what you asked about again. Like the 4 4s line was a little bit ridiculous, about prices, a little bit ridiculous. Negative numbers might seem like, I mean, you're telling me the history of it, I can see why. But again, there are other applications, and a lot of them are monetary based. There are non-monetary based ones, but not so much in the fields y'all are going to be in. Not so much. Generally speaking, measurements that are done in the fields y'all are going to be in are start at 0 and go up from there. In more physical realms, there's things like position. You can measure the position of a particle, if it moves left versus moving right. And a lot of times, hit the chair. A lot of times when they do left versus right, they make one direction negative, one direction positive. But a lot of times it's monetary. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to try 19, 20, and 21. And by all means, use technology if you want to. I don't expect you to do these things in your head, unless you feel like it. Use technology if you want. I don't want you to do this stuff in your head unless you absolutely want to. Layla!
When you say that, like, use technology, like, if we were to, like, Google
Yeah.
a question that you asked,
Yeah.
and we found a website with the answer you
Well, yes. Yeah, and the thing about it is I generally speaking won't do that. I won't make something that obvious. When I say this, you can literally type that into Google. 5 times negative 1 plus 6 times 1 into the Google search bar, and it'll answer for you.
like, even for, like, other questions?
Absolutely. Google is a resource you're going to have access to in your life, right? I want you to use it. And the questions I ask sometimes they might make you think a little bit, like, holy cow, like what does he mean by this? And that's where Google is. How many of you have used Google to do something? I mean, I bet you have. How many of you have Google? I remember one of my favorite stories is trying to inflate a wheelbarrow tire that has gone completely flat. Jeez, I'm pumping the pump and the air's just leaking out the side. So I Googled, how do you inflate a flat wheelbarrow tire? Got a wonderful YouTube video. This adorable guy from Mississippi. Hey y'all, I'm gonna show you how to inflate a wheelbarrow tire 2 ways. One's kind of unsafe, one's kind of safe. So of course I fast forward to the unsafe way, which involved flammable stuff in a match. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna burn my eyebrows off. And the safe way was totally right. I think Google is a wonderful problem-solving tool, man. Hey y'all. You're so damn cute. This is it. Oh, let's see. Did I screw it up? What did I do? I screwed something up, didn't I?
Didn't turn your alarm.
I did. I put the code in, and then it stopped beeping. Oh, the noise triggered it. Is that what I did? I put the code in. It's the same as the old lock, right? Ration? It's the same as the old lock, right? The old combo for the old lock is the door code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I put it in and it stopped beeping.
Yeah.
It didn't, the screen didn't look like it usually looks. Usually when you type in the code and then hit enter, it goes yes, all, yes, no, and it didn't jump that.
It's still tied to that other room. That's what messed it up.
Yeah, I went, boop, boop. Oh, do I have to unlock it before I open the door? Oh, see, that's the opposite in the library. In the library, you open the door first and then turn it off.
You did it right the first time, I don't remember.
It wasn't on the first time. Somebody else had already disconnected it the first time. I got off easy that time. So Rasher, I have to turn the code off before I go in. What button do I push before? What button do I push before I go in there to turn it off? Just type the code in and then
Make
hit.
sure this is off, it should be red and it's pop.
So I thought at first then.
It's the off, I'll tell you after class.
But the other one is the opposite of that. My library one, I enter the room, the alarm goes off, and then I put the code in. Yeah, which is probably why I keep throwing this one up. Gee, if just the school would take them all be the same. Oh, maybe. Why would we want to do that? Anyway, we got some answers, people? We got some answers? What did you find yourself using with number 19 that we've talked about recently? Oh, sweet Mary, Mother of all that's holy. Order of operations, yes? Did you find yourself multiplying 5 and -1 first to get -5?
Yeah.
And then you found yourself doing 6 times 1 and getting 6? And then adding -5 to 6 and getting +1? Yes, that's order of operations, exactly like before. Now that we have order of operations, we can build onto it and add negative numbers in, and it doesn't change anything. Well, I mean, sometimes the answer is negative, but nonetheless, we can still use the same order. Thank you. What is the answer to number 20.5071 times -1 plus 0.4929 times +1? Please, be so kind. Jules!
0.0142.
0.0142. Is it perhaps a negative 0.0142? Why is it a negative 0.0142? Who wants to tell me why it's negative? Tyler?
I wrote it.
That's okay, my friend. It's okay. It's let's hear it. Why is it negative?
Because of the -1 with parentheses,
And-
I'm multiplying the point forward.
And if I may, Tyler, I love that answer. I'm going to go even further with it. That's okay. I see a -1 and I see a +1. How do you know the answer is going to be negative?
Because 0.5071 is smaller.
Actually, it's bigger, right? 0.5071 is larger than 0.4929. Does that make sense? Are we buying that? It's a larger number, so then when you make it negative, it flips it over 0. Oh, I like that. It mirrors it.
I think that's what I meant.
I think you did. I think you did. Are we buying this, people? How about number 21? What did I do between number 20 and 21? What did I do? I put dollar signs on it. Why do you think I put dollar signs on it? Any idea? Take a guess. Has anybody ever been to a casino and played craps? Anybody ever played craps at a casino? You went to a casino and never played craps? The calculation right here in number 21 explains why craps is in casinos with numbers. Why is the game of craps? Why does it exist in casinos?
Because of the odds.
Tell me about the odds.
They're not good.
For who? They're great for somebody.
They're great for the house.
They're great for the house. They're not so good for the person who's playing against the house, yes? So look back. Can you tell, this is a loaded question because I'm getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit. If you look back to the numbers 0.5071 and 0.4929, those are both odds. Which one is the house odds and which one is the player's odds? You can tell by where the negative is. If the -1, what is -1? If you're gambling, what do you think -1 means? It means you just lost $1, you're in the hole. +1 means you win. You see how 0.4929 is less than 0.5071? That means when you play craps a long period of time, you lose more often than you win. You do win. You win quite often, actually. You win 49.29% of the time. But you lose 50.71% of the time. So that number y'all just gave me, that -0.01, was it 42? 0.0142. That means every time a player, I'm gonna get a little ahead of ourselves here and then pull back. Every time a player walks up to a craps table in Vegas, Vegas celebrates. Because that person is worth 1.5 cents to the casino. That's how much they donate to the casino on average. Nobody ever donates 1.5 cents. But out of every 100 games, the player will lose 51 and win 49. You see how there's a little bit of a margin there? It's a very, very tiny margin. But imagine a craps table at a casino. How many people are crowded around it? Drunk out of their gourds, throwing chips at the table. I got them on a streak. Happens all the time. They give them free drinks to keep you playing. All they've got to do is keep them playing. And they hemorrhage 1.5 cents at a time all night long.
Is it per game?
Say it again?
Per game or per?
Per player per game. Oh yeah, it's staggering, because very rarely do you see a craps table in Vegas with one person around it. Usually you see people that crowd. People make all kinds of friends at craps tables, and they forget them the next day. That's what happens in Vegas, stays with a hangover. But yeah, we're gonna study this more on 105. The whole end of 105 is we play craps, learn how to play craps, and we analyze craps, and we see where these numbers come from. Cool? Thank you, friends. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's flip over. Try two more. Try two more. Evaluate 22 and 23. And I'll explain how 22 and 23 apply to reality too. Anyhow, this is all back to your question of where this stuff gets used in the world. I'm going to pause this for a second, Abby, and we'll come back to you.